Hello my friends, welcome to my full review of the Makeup Geek Showstopper Cream Stains. I have so much information for you, so make sure you stay tuned. As you may know, not that long ago, Makeup Geek came out with a bunch of these new cream stains. If you aren't familiar with Makeup Geek, the brand was created by a woman named Marlena who started out on YouTube and now she owns this brand. Now the brand gets a lot of hype, deserved hype for their eyeshadow formula. I also have their highlighter formula, really enjoy that, but I've never tried any of their lip formulas. So I decided that this was going to be where I was going to dive into Marlena's lip formula. Now, I would not have had the money to purchase these without the help of my friends on the Super Chat. I do a weekly chat every weekend on Sunday, well, most weekends, almost every weekend on Sundays, and there is an option to donate to the channel. Now, this is I have a budget of how much I can spend on makeup a month. Now, the Super Chat pays for products beyond that budget, so things that I wouldn't be able to purchase without. So scrolling right here are the names of people that purchase these Makeup Geek Showstopper cream stains for me, so thank you so much to all of those people for your donations. Without you, this video would not be possible. So a little bit about Makeup Geek as a brand. They are a cruelty-free brand. All products are gluten-free and most of the products are vegan, except for some of them contain carmine. None of the Makeup Geek Showstopper cream stains contain carmine. Carmine is made from crushed beetles, so you don't have to worry about any beetles on your lips for these products. They are made in the United States, and the only place you can get these is on the Makeup Geek website. There are 18 shades available. So I bought, whoa, there goes one. They are $12 each, or you can pay $145 for the set. I decided I wanted to buy 10 of them because I knew that there were some shades that I would never ever wear again after this video was over, and because it is a doe foot applicator formula, any bacteria that's on my lips would be dipped back into the product unless I used a lip brush, and I just decided I wasn't sure if I had someone that I could pass them on to, so I just didn't want to waste the Super Chat money on shades that I knew I wouldn't be wearing personally, so I bought 10 of them individually instead. Now here's the sad story. I brought 3 of them to IMATS with me, and somehow I have misplaced 2 of them, and that makes me really, really sad. So I'm going to insert a picture of me wearing Grapevine in New York City. That is one I have a picture of, and I don't have the picture of Arabesque. I'm really, really sorry I don't have that one, but I can definitely speak to the formula of them through this video. So the ones that I do have, I have Waltz, Quick Step, Foxtrot, Flamenco, Mambo, Cha-Cha, Bunny Hop, and Moonwalk. So those are the ones I'm going to be showing you in lip swatches today. Either I left them in my Airbnb or they've been misplaced, and I'll find them as soon as I'm done filming this video, because you know that's how things happen. So as far as value, these are a really good value in comparison with other liquid lipsticks. They're on the less expensive end when you compare how much product you get with the price. So these are 5.5 milliliter tubes, and they're $2.18 per milliliter. So what I did was I went on Sephora and Ulta and I sorted their liquid lipsticks by best rated. And as far as the best rated liquid lipsticks, the only ones that were less expensive than this per milliliter were the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied lipsticks. Those were $1.76 per milliliter, and the NYX Liquid Lingeries, which were $1.82 per milliliter, and these are $2.18. One that were more expensive were the Ofra at $2.73, the Sephora brand Kat Von D, the Tarte Quick Dry Matte Lip Paints are $3.38, Huda Beauty at $4, and then we get into really expensive land. Anastasia's are $6.15 per milliliter, and then the Stila's are $8 per milliliter, which is insane. So you could get about 4 of these for the same value you could get 1 Stila, which is kind of crazy, and you could get 3 for the same value that you could get of the Anastasia ones. So there you go. Just for fun, the Anastasia is more expensive than the Giorgio Armani Lip Maestro, and the Stila is more expensive than the YSL Vinyl Cream Lip Stains. Just a little fun fact there. I just find that Anastasia and Stila, it's so outrageous how expensive they are per milliliter. So let's go a little bit into the packaging here. We have this really nice tube. I love how sleek it is. It is a clear plastic, and the plastic is see-through up here. And then here is that rubberized textured top. And then you twist it open. There's metal here. It might be fake metal, I don't know. And you open it up, and then there's your doe foot applicator that goes inside. The doe foot applicator is a traditional doe foot. There's no weird like spaces in it or anything like that. The plastic looks relatively thick-walled, which also makes me really happy. So in case you drop it, it most likely will not break. So now that we have gone over a little bit about the products, let's go ahead and I will show you some lip swatches. So check those out right now. I hope you enjoyed the lip swatches of these 8 shades. Now let's go ahead into ingredient analysis and then we'll go into my full review. So, like I mentioned before, there's no carmine, which is great for people that are vegan. There also is no talc and they are paraben free. One thing you do need to know that's in here that some people are very anti is petrolatum. Some people are very anti-petrolatum because they're worried that it is not refined enough from the petrol that it comes from. There is a study linking the petrolatum impurities to breast cancer, so there's no way to know how refined the petrolatum is in these liquid lipsticks, but I would imagine Marlena being Marlena that she would not allow unrefined petrolatum or less refined petrolatum into her products, but I'm just letting you know that that is something that exists. I would hope that most makeup products would make sure that their petrolatum is very refined. Another ingredient in these is the preservative called phenoxyethanol that some people are sensitive to. Also, there's a bunch of fragrance ingredients in here, and one thing I really appreciate is a lot of products will just say fragrance, but Marlena breaks down the different fragrances that are in here, which I thought was pretty cool. They mostly were derived from things like lemon rinds and lavender and lemongrass and things like that. So I researched every single one of these fragrances and I found a common thread. And that common thread was that when these fragrances are exposed to air, sometimes they can be allergens to some people. So if you have a problem with fragrance, you probably don't want to get these. I will tell you though that I don't feel like they smell like anything. Like, I feel like they must have smelled really bad or something that she had to use all these fragrances to mask the scent, because they have a very mild liquid lipsticky kind of smell, but there's no like sweet scent or citrusy scent or anything like that. It's kind of odd how many fragrances there are in here for it not really having a good scent. So again, if you have a fragrance allergy or a perfume allergy where you're, not that you're sensitive to the scent, but that you are allergic to fragrances and perfumes where they give you an allergic reaction, you probably want to skip this. There are a couple of pigment concerns with a couple of the dyes that are in here. Yellow 5 and Red 30, they do have some evidence of persistence and bioaccumulation, so meaning they build up in your system, but that would depend on how much is in these products and how often you use products with those ingredients. So there's a lot of factors there to be considered. Red 30 is in some of these. It's banned in the European Union and Canada rates it as expected to be toxic or harmful, but it's not in every single one of the shades. I'll tell you which ones that these pigments are in if you're concerned. The yellow pigment is in Curtsy, Jitterbug, Tango, Flamenco, Cha-Cha, and Twerk, and the red pigment is in Curtsy, Jitterbug, Tango, Salsa, and Flamenco. All the rest of them do not have those dyes in them, so if those dyes freak you out, you know which shades to stay away from. So now let's go ahead into my full review. So let's first talk about the color selection. I think she did a really nice job with the color selection. As you can see here, this is the full range. She did a great job of doing some nudes, some reds, some purples, some pinks, a lot of shades that people really enjoy. And then of course she throws the crazy green in there for people that enjoy crazy wild colors. So well done to her on the shade selection. I think she did a great job. I think the only thing that it's really missing here are those mauves that I personally really enjoy. I personally would have rather have seen mauves than pinks, but that's just me being selfish because that's what I personally enjoy. I love that there's a range from light to deep, so people of all different skin tones should be able to find something that they enjoy. There's also a nice range of warm to cool, so I really think Marlena put a lot of love into this color selection. I think she did a wonderful job. Now, as far as the formula, all right, so you saw in the swatches that they can apply pretty patchy, but you can layer them up and they end up being pretty opaque. These are called cream lip stains. So I would have expected them to stain a little bit better. They don't really stain. And that kind of made me sad in my heart because I wanted them to stain. I wore Grapevine and eye mats all day long, and about halfway through the day I went and used the restroom and I looked in the mirror and I went, ugh, and my lips were like, they were like peeling, like all on the inside, it was gone, and then it was really opaque on the outside. I mean, that's typical for liquid lipsticks to do things like that, but I didn't realize it, so I tried to layer it on top, and it layered really badly. The formula started crumbling, and it just made me so sad, and I was fighting with this liquid lipstick, and the girl next to me started a conversation about it, and it was like, oh my gosh. I think that's gonna be the big bummer for me on these, is that the wear down of it was really not not good for me, and it made me really sad because I'm always rooting for Marlena, I'm always rooting for independent brands, and I was sad that I couldn't layer the product over time. I felt like I could layer it up in the beginning when the product was fresh on my lips, but once it wore down, I had trouble layering it and making it look good. It ended up being fine, it just took some work. I will say something really positive about these is they are extremely transfer resistant. If you are drinking a cup of coffee or something, you may get a tiny bit of lipstick on your coffee mug, like right on the inside, but like I've been wearing this for, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and nothing, absolutely nothing. So the transfer proof part is fantastic. I mean, I can't imagine how difficult it must be to design a liquid lipstick that does everything. So she nailed the transfer proof. She nailed the shade selection. I wish the first application was more of like a sheer wash of color rather than a patchy kind of mess. I feel like you can't really wear just one layer. I feel like you really have to wear 2 layers in order for it to be opaque. Like some liquid lipsticks and lipsticks, you can wear 1 layer and it just looks like a lighter version of it, but these you really can't. You have to build them up to full opacity or else it just looks weird. I didn't find that it stuck to dry patches. My lips are just perpetually dry. I didn't feel like it really stuck to my dry patches until it started wearing down, and that's when it just looked like a stinging hot mess. So the question is, who is this good for? Well, I can say that people of any skin tone can wear them. I wouldn't recommend these for someone that has a longer day where they don't have time to reapply unless you get shades that are closer to your natural lip color, because I find the ones that are close to your natural lip color, like this one here, this one in Waltz is going to wear down a lot better on me because it's not going to look as different from my natural lips than like a shade like Flamenco that is going to just fall apart and look terrible through the day. So if you don't have time to completely remove your liquid lipstick and reapply, then I probably wouldn't purchase these. A great way to quickly remove liquid lipstick is to use any kind of oil. If you have a coconut oil based lip balm, you can put that over top of your liquid lipstick and wipe it with a tissue and it should remove pretty easily. I've done that with these before and it works great. So that's a way that you can do it if you really, really like the colors and you really want to try them. But honestly, I can't really recommend these because I don't think that they are a functional product in the way that they wear down, except for if you get one that's closer to your natural lip color, then you probably will be able to work with it. But other than that, I honestly don't really like them very much and it makes me sad. I'm gonna do my best to try to find some way to work with these so that I can continue to use them, because I hate to waste super chat money on something that I won't ever use again. So I am gonna continue to try to work with them, and if I come up with any tips for how to work with these better, I will leave that in the description down below and I'll just update it if I find anything. If you don't see anything down there, I've just had no luck. So I wanna thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, and mad love to you, and I will see you in a video soon. Bye!